Ajuala restaurant by Portafoglio Grupo Arquitectónico+Grupo HCR in Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic. Ajuala is the result of interpreting a customer's passion for what he does. This project, its materiality and concept, is defined and arises from the first meetings and conversations with Chef Saverio Stassi. The passion and stories that each of its dishes have was something that infected us to transfer in the architecture of this project. So, from the beginning we understood that our project had to tell a story, that each of its materials has a strong intention or stories behind it, and with this transmit a different feeling or experience. Achieve a project that came out of an architecture that is quite standardized in this local market of gastronomy. Probably what we like most about this project is something difficult to capture by the general public, and it is the creative process of adaptation that had to be done, understanding that previously it was a residential house and the changes had to be minimal, but drastic, to manage to reuse this building and generate in it a new use for which it was not designed. The concept was defined from the beginning. Our architectural project was to be a synergy with the culinary concept of the chef. Our materials mostly had to be local products, local labor, and use them in a creative, different way. This concept was the most important point to highlight through creative design, local materials. The entrance is framed by a portico of generous height, which gives it hierarchy, strength, and defines the main door 3.00 meters high at the entrance of the restaurant. Lined in aged steel tola, looking for the final effect that nature exerts on material as resistant as steel. Once inside the restaurant, a reception space is generated, which has in the background a cooking space with an ancient Japanese technique that consists of cooking on hot charcoal embers. Once the reception is past, we have a bar area with a capacity for 5 people. In front of the bar, we generate a complementary area. A high table with a capacity for 10 people, which works as a hybrid between the midpo. The cava area is left with its front access to the bar. The design intention was to generate containers of wine bottles inspired by the long-used feathered blocks in the Dominican Republic. Manufacture them with local labor, and as it is a material that absorbs the temperature of the environment and helps keep the wines to their ideal point. The diner area generates a space for 36 personnel. With the integration of straight furniture and chairs into the bar and diner area. The cava area is left with its front access to the bar. The design intention was to generate containers of wine bottles inspired by the long-used feathered blocks in the Dominican Republic. Manufacture them with local labor, and as it is a material that absorbs the temperature of the environment and helps keep the wines to their ideal point. The diner area generates a space for 36 personnel. With the integration of straight furniture and chairs.